morning. The health is important. To keep the children away from health hazards is difficult. I know it is difficult. To some extent, I would say it's a Herculean task as well. But we have the answer for everything. If the problem is there, solution is always there. You know, my dear young children, not to petrify you, but to apprise you. You are in a growing stage. You are building up. Your organs are building up. But to some extent, children are more vulnerable to get affected from the negative impacts of the environmental toxins because your organs are building up. So, the vulnerability of the children to fall a prey of all this is much more higher than the adults. Other than this environmental catastrophe, there is another one more serious challenge in front of us. And that serious challenge is called as the obesity or the overweight. If we look into the data, what WHO has given us, in 2013, the number of children with overweight or the juvenile obesity, it was 40 million. But if this remains unchecked, if we remain unfazed with this, the number would rise steeply up till 70 million. Oh God, I get the goosebumps all over my body. Our children, the future adults, is horrendous. This ratio is horrendous. But, as I said, if we have a problem, we have a solution too. You know, the one more important factor I would like to share with you, children who are obese, children who are overweight, they are most likely to grow in an adult who is obese as an overweight. And they are most vulnerable to get attacked by certain kind of the disease profile which is non-communicable. Remember, I use the adjective non-communicable. Like, they can have the cardiovascular diseases, they can have the heart problem, they can have the metabolic disorders and such like diabetes. But apart from this, that this is the scary part, there is a one bright part of this part also, and that is that the disease is non-communicable. A non-communicable disease means it can be prevented. It's preventable. And we all know the oldest cliche, prevention is always better than cure. And we start fighting against obesity at the war scale. Do you think our children would be an adult of the future who would having the cardiovascular problem or maybe the health problem or maybe the heart problem? The answer? No. Because we would cut the obesity right in the childhood. Means the slogan, nip the evil in the bud itself. Don't let it grow. What are the factors? We must have to understand what are the factors which are driving our children to get obese or to the overweight section. Well, a gradual transitional change in the dietary habits, where we are eating something which is giving us the high calories, which is giving us taste, which is giving us the trans fats, but it is lacking up in the nutrients, in the vitamins, and in the micronutrients. Secondly, we as a children would have loved to play outside in the all outdoor activities, not remaining confined inside the room, working on a laptop or playing on a laptop. So that means we were not into the sedentary lifestyle. We have to change the lifestyle. We have to get more kinetic so that we do not deposit any kind of the fat into our system and we get obese or overweight. But apart from this, do you think this is the only one challenge with us? No, there are many challenges. We have to save our children. Since the children are the future of our world. Other than the obesity and this environmental catastrophe, there is one more, much more bigger monster than this. I tell you, that monster is called stress. Now this stress is good as well as bad. The good stress is one which keeps us motivated. It keeps us energized. It helps us to reach to the zenith or the pinnacle. But the bad stress would make us to surrender, to succumb, and our mechanism fails to cope up with the negative effects of the stress. So what to do? Shall we not be stressed out? No, we have to be, because we have to go to the goal. We have to reach to our goal. But how? Without getting stressed out. Well, this is a very contradictory statement. We have to be stressed out. At the same time, we don't have to be stressed out. But how? Stress is something which is, everywhere around me, around you. Every person is enshrouded with the stress. Now, how to get ourselves free from that and to extricate from that? It has to be from within, and it has to be from the outer world also. Outer world, you can rely on your parents. Outer world, you can rely on your friends. Outer world, you can rely on your teachers. But within, this is just you. How to cope with that? When we go to the doctor, only when we are sick. And you see, likewise, you see the queues and the long queues standing in front of the hospitals and the clinics to get solved of the one problem or the other problem. But idea is the reverse. What if we go to the wellness clinic every 6 months and we do not land up into any kind of the emergency situation? Because if we make a visit to the wellness clinic every 6 months, we would not get the implications of any negative stress on our body as well as on our mind. So, the heart system works properly. Your blood circulation flows nicely. Your concentration levels are on the top. And your potential increases by multifolds. So, we have to change the concept. We have to start looking for the health of our body and as well as our mind right when we are of your age, not when I reach to my age, when the child reaches to my age. That's the wrong time. We have to be very careful, very, very careful. Okay, so if we have spoken about the stress, how to extricate from that? Very simple. We have to be just close to our own environment. We all drive a vehicle, isn't it? We drive a cycle, we drive a motorcycle, we drive a car, we drive a vehicle. And how regular and punctual are we? Every 5,000 kilometers, we would drive our vehicle to the garage station, put it there in the service station, get a service for its oil, the brake oils, the engine oils, for its lighting and everything. But my dears, again sorry to say, what about this car God has bestowed with? A good healthy mind, a beautiful body. How many of us, we go to the service station to get this beautiful car for the service station? Sorry, but I suppose none, or maybe just a few. So, if we are particular for the mechanical car, we should be more particular for this biological car. Because ultimately, always remember, this biological car would make you to drive the mechanical car. Am I right? So, let me tell you something about the service station. What kind of the services we look forward when we get ourselves registered into a wellness clinic or a Panchkarma clinic. There is an array of Panchkarma treatments in such kind of the service station, but the major or the pivotal Panchkarma treatments I would like here to discuss with you. There are the two. The one comes in like a service station where we get the Shirodhara done. This one major treatment is responsible for you to get a very sound sleep, to keep you away from any kind of this stress, to give you a rejuvenation of your mind, to give you quietness and calmness, to increase your concentration levels. So how do we do it? It's just the dripping of some dedicated oil right here on the forehead for continuously 30 to 40 minutes. When this process is going on, people generally, they sleep. And when they get up from this short 30 minutes sleep, they feel, before going to this treatment, I had something on my head which was bothering me. We do like this, we press our sinuses, we press our temples to get this stress away. And that means we always carry the tons of loads on our head. But when you come out of this chamber after this treatment, you feel there was something I was carrying before. Where is it? I'm totally light. I don't feel like the head on my body. Means your CD is completely cleaned off. You are ready to write down a new data in this CD, and your potential in terms of your studies, in terms of your business, in terms of your concentration level increases. And people who suffer with the stress headaches or the migraines or the lack of concentration or the wavering kind of the mind, it puts you in a one streamlined motion. When this treatment is being done on you, you feel certain kind of a gentle ruffling of your hair, caressing of your hair, and somebody pampering you. It's so relaxing, it's so soothing that takes you into the deep sleep. Next, the important one, it comes up to be Nasyan. This is very important treatment, especially for people, for those who has to use the continuous uses of their brain. Like you children, you have to prepare for your exams, you have to be good in every aspect, in sports, in your studies, in your innovations, everywhere. So how do we do that? It's the treatment through the nose. It's the administration of certain kind of the processed medicines, and they are being put in your nose. You tend to do some of the breathing exercises. It expands your lungs. In turn, it expands your vital energies. Your throat gets clear, your sinuses get clear. Sinuses is, you are too young to understand the sinuses. Sinuses are the areas where you have the pain when you get the common cold or some flu-like conditions, and you feel pain over the brows, you feel pain over your here on the cheekbones, and some people, they may have a pain over on the side of your ears. So it clears all the sinuses. It alleviates the allergies. It alleviates the cough allergies also. It makes body and mind in one coordination. It gives you the perfect alignment. So, in a nutshell, why I am educating you children for all these treatments, because your concentration level, your energy levels are very important, because when you turn up, when you grow up as an adult, you have loads of onus on you. You have to prove yourself, because ultimately reins from our hand are going to be into your hand. You are the future. You are the future. So, these are the treatments we get in the service station, and that's how we get rejuvenated, revamped, happy, joyful, and gay. As I said right in the beginning, nip the evil in the bud. So what's the take home back? The message is, respect your body, do exercises, detoxify your body and mind, get yourself rejuvenated till the age of 80 years. So the title was Ayurveda Cushioning Child. So hence Ayurveda Cushioning Child. Thank you.